Hello everyone, this is Maradius, and today we are going to be continuing my 100% run of the Zelda classic game, Destiny of the Oracles. Hello Luke Lima, good to see you as always. Now, where we left off was, we're trying to figure out where the boss rushes are. Because I know we unlocked them. We did all the mini-game stuff, but we still have to figure out where in the world the boss rush is. So I'm going to spend a little bit trying to figure that out. And for a moment, it's like, why is there a prompt there to do something? But then I remembered that, oh yeah, that's just picking up stuff. Alright, so there's, I guess, lots of potential places. Is there anywhere, like, I mean, I've been to every square of the map. That's not going to be particularly helpful. Might help to double check a lot of rooms and stuff. No, that might not be a spot I want to bother checking. So we got that. Really, it's just, this could take a bit. All I know is that I think the devs said that we have seen the entrance to both sides. So I just need to rack my brain and figure out, alright, what have I not been able to do? Which, knowing my memory means this could take a bit. Favorite items? I mean, I like the normal ones. But I just don't, like, have much. I don't like all the different subtypes of M&Ms. I just like the normal ones, because I like milk chocolate the best out of those. South of Rand's castle, your destiny awaits. Well, you could just said go to the Black Tower, but also I already did that. Okay, so I mean, I guess it could be. Let me double check all the tiles around here, just in case there's something I missed. Cookies and brownie M said they're really fine in Brazil. I don't know if I tried those. They probably wouldn't be too bad. But, well, like I said, I've never tried them. I'm not an adventurous sort when it comes out to trying different varieties and stuff. Okay, so this obviously is not it. But we're gonna go check out this way anyways. Just to further confirm this is not it. I feel like I'm missing a magic upgrade too, now that I think about it. Which, that could be in a dungeon. I might have to recheck dungeons too. Gosh, there is going to be a lot of checking around to verify this stuff. Hopefully, like, I can still find stuff in a reasonable amount of time. Worst comes to worst, I will go back and do the final bonus dungeon. And then we'll go back and look for the boss rushes, but Link's just dead here, but we've already seen that. So, nothing there. Let me check. Well, you know, actually... Right, that puts me over there. Forgot about that. Here. I don't imagine this stuff is going to be where we're looking to go. we already checked there. I guess maybe I have to talk to someone. I could see that being the case, at least for Nayru's side. But like, I wonder if like you go here and it's like. Oh, okay. So that's how that works. Okay. Interesting. That's probably a good way of setting it up, but of course I already found them all, so it doesn't do anything. I just was a little curious. Let me just double check over here. That leads to the bonus dungeon. This leads. Okay, I remember now. That leads to a lever that did something early on for Nayru. And we got that already. You know, maybe I should just show up to Nayru and search a bit as her. So like double checking. Yeah, no, I don't see anything there that we wouldn't have been able to access before, so no point going back in there. I mean, unless I'm just completely wrong. Which, you know, is a distinct possibility. Right, I need to go in this cave. Okay. Wonder if I have any Lego stuff like the Legend of Zelda stuff ones. I mean, I'd like them, but Lego's kind of gotten a bit expensive. I need to like actually check what sets there are, because I know they have some like really expensive ones, like the ending of Ocarina of Time, but like I obviously I can't afford that, so I'm not getting that one. Other ones I probably could afford. I need to like again I need to like double check that. But yeah, I would definitely be interested. Unless it's like a lot of Breath of the Wild like and stuff, and then it's kind of just like I don't actually care that much for it. So you finished showing us, I guess you don't need my help anymore. I do not. Oh, we already did that. Okay, so I guess she just gives a hint, so... What? So, do it again. Okay, that seems... Okay. That is a hint that I will take. So, Din needs to stroll the beaches of Labyrinth. Need to remember where that actually was for her. So what was here? Okay, now it's just a switch. Any... That's one. Alright, we're getting rid of you, Mr. Spammer. At some point, I probably need to update the... But yeah, no, there's so many, like, spam messages you don't see because they all use the same site. But I put down the automod filters a long time ago, so I just banned them and you don't really see it. But, this one, okay, so... I'm stupid! How did I forget about this spot? Oh my gosh. Why accept the inevitable? Pad fell off. Took more damage from falling than I did from the bug. I probably should have bought a revival potion, but you know what? You know, maybe... Oh, I'm out of magic. Alright, I should have stocked up on seeds. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. Well, this suddenly got a lot harder. Like, I could be doing this a lot smarter, but... Stop moving so much. Let me bomb you. Come on. Okay, so maybe we wait a little bit here for our health to regenerate and for our magic to regenerate. Because, oh boy, I kind of need it a little. There's enough bosses that spamming Quake is not the best idea. So we'll wait just a moment, just a bit, and then we'll get going. Alright, that works. Now the question is, will they have additional bosses besides the main 8? Yes, they do. Alright, well. Yeah, I mean, I should have figured. I do think his health is a little lower than it was before. Thank goodness he doesn't copy me. Well, it's because he's not me. Evil Ben kind of copies you at the point you're at, and Evil Nayru copies Nayru at the point she's expected to be. completely on. This is a move we want to keep seeing. Alright, well, I died. You know, like... Is it really that surprising that I died? Let's be real. Alright, so first and foremost, head to a dungeon, any dungeon. I think let's try going over here. Let's restock so we're actually prepared for this instead of being a little dumb. Restock on bombs because I know I'm going to need those. Okay, so that should be good. Oh wait, no, I should buy the revival potion just to be safe. Never hurt anyone to get that. Right, that sends me over there, which is not exactly where I want to be. Let's just go over here. Alright, let's try to not be dumb and just do this right. Wrong spot. I'm gonna go over here. I need to be a little more careful with my magic usage. Only use strictly what is absolutely necessary. Do not use more. Wait a little bit for summon magic to come back. Okay, it felt like he kind of maybe just got off screen there, but you know what? Not my problem. Alright, just give it a moment, give it a moment. That way we have a bit more for Ambi. Alright, and now we wait quite a bit longer because, like, while we're mainly going to be using the seed shooter for Link, we still do want to have a good amount of magic so that we can heal up, you know? Alright, that's probably good enough. Okay, you can stop following me everywhere, Link. That attack actually does a lot of damage. Heal up. Okay, in general, he actually does a lot of damage. Alright, well, hopefully Sheik is not part of this, because if Sheik is part of this, then we are kind of in trouble. Heal up. Alright, so that tile looking a bit different makes me think maybe, hopefully... Okay. Aha. Alright, so this means I need to get through Nayru's without dying as well. Because that's a bit more of a difficult ask. Hacking hack. Where in the world have I not been to? I mean, it might be here you come to save the day. Well, I did already finish one boss rush. But, of course, hello again. So we did one boss rush. But I need to find the entrance to the other one. I don't need to use that. Let me just, like, double check Nayru's warp spots. Because maybe it's in the mirror world. If Din's is in Labyrinth. Of course, I need to, like, remind myself where Nayru's warp points actually are. Well, here's one of them. Well, it's not here. As long as you don't die, load your save game, you can do both sides. Yeah, I kind of noticed that, which has me a little concerned. It's down here again. That was an older thing. Alright, let's see. I'm like actually having trouble finding Nayru's. There's a spot near Rolling Ridge that I think would be good to investigate. Here. So there is a point there, so yeah, I might as well just double check all these spots anyways, just to be safe. I think for right now, I'll do without the broad hand. The fact that I found Din's kind of tells me a little bit. Oops. Try not to fall down while doing switch hook. That is something I need to make sure I do. There shouldn't be any more on here. Because the warps between the two worlds, I feel like, are the easiest spots to forget about. So I'm gonna check those for a bit first. This is Lost Ferry. Yeah, okay. Let me check this one. Yep, not that one either. Oh, I gotta go this way for Rolling Ridge. Right, we didn't do this, dude. No, we did do it. Okay, it was just not that important. Alright, so where are there other... That one was for Din. There's one right over there. So let's go investigate that one. Again, no on that. Let's see. Gosh, where were Nayru's spots? That one right there. No, that's just a patch of grass. Let me go to the south part. Let's see. I mean, maybe this, like, zoom out. I need to zoom in just a little bit more to more easily identify the spots, but... Gosh, when you want to find them, they are nowhere to be found. There's a spot over there. Guess let's check that one out. Nope, that one's nothing. Check the graveyard. Yep, nothing there. That one's for Din. Nayru has a lot less spots than I thought she did. Okay, so I guess like the only broad hint that I want right now is Nayru's the entrance for Nayru's boss rush in Labyrinth, or is it in the Mirror World? Because I want to say it feels like it must be in the Mirror World if Din's was in Labyrinth. It's in Labyrinth. You know, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, so that's the only hint I'm going to take for right now. Let me check near the graveyard again. Just make sure I have all my bases covered here. Okay, yeah, it kind of feels like, yeah, I do have all my bases covered here. and that's just there. I mean, let me... Yeah, those statues don't do anything. This just goes down to where the magic container was. Where else? No. Labyrinth. Cause like, I guess there's some spots around there. I could double check. I mean, like, it can't hurt to double check those spots. Obviously, it's not here, but I'll go indulge this cave anyways. Yep, nothing. Alright, I need to check down here what's in this cave. Right, it's one of those. Alright, well, it's not there. Okay, yeah, so it's not there. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. I do feel like it has to be in southern. Because I've looked over northern a bit much and not really come across any promising leads. Also, like, just to double check before I rule something out. It's not, it's not something from talking to one of the NPCs in Rolling Ridge, right? As I know, Amy gives a hint about at least Din's, and maybe she gives a hint about Nayru as well. Yeah, I figured it probably wouldn't be there. At most, it would give a hint. So I don't want to like rule it out, and then turns out, oops, I actually shouldn't have. Right, this was the thing. I mean, not that it helped us here, but... I guess there is a chance it could be underwater, but I want to save that for last because I don't want to go over every inch of the water screen. But I would not be surprised if I did miss something down there. Obviously, this is the cave with you. I can't open your chest. Nothing over there. Yeah, that was just the Masora, who we don't care about anymore because he's dead. stop knocking me out. There, thank you. I think you already found it in a previous stream, but couldn't do anything at it. Oh yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, because that's exactly what happened with Dins. And I've just, like, completely forgotten what those spots were. And I haven't been watching my old streams back as much as I should have lately. So I haven't noticed off the top of my head. Yeah, hooray for poor memory, because it's definitely coming back to bite me now. I should maybe go back to present island. I mean, obviously this isn't even yet. I'm still gonna go up here just to take a quick look, but... Yep, no. I just noticed it's called Skyloft. Interesting. I think I missed that detail first time I went there, but it's also not where we're trying to go. So it's a sneaky detail. Yeah, that's not surprising. Oh, okay. Well, that's not quite what I expected, but I found it. Alright, well, this shouldn't be too bad. Just keep slamming the giant sword down. And there's more effective weapons. It only seems to be doing 2 damage per hit, but you know. Okay, that's doing 1. Oh well, this doesn't use magic, so you know what? It's fine. Alright, maybe I should be using switch with laser. We had to do both of them to figure out how. That's fair. Still, like, the way you guys set up works pretty well. I say I should be more careful, but this is the early boss that we're talking about, so it's not that bad, so long as I lock in when we get to the tough ones. Should be fine. So they may have to do inside of it. Yeah, I figured as much. It smokes, this thing is weak to the sword. I definitely do remember some of Nayru's bosses being tricky. Well, Moran mainly was a tricky one. And I am taking a decent amount of damage there, so I need to be a bit more careful. not doing myself any favors here. But let's heal up a little bit. Okay, definitely not my best performance by far. But it's sustainable, so that's the important thing. Heal up a little. Alright, now it should be time for Rand. Just be careful, abuse this individual training sometimes. And I should get there eventually. And I have a revival potion if things just go horribly. Hopefully it won't. I'm already back to full MP, so we're basically safe. It's gonna be slow, but the important thing is that it's gonna work. Good time to heal. Oh, she's so tanky. I mean, like, I'm only doing like 2 damage per hit, but the death of 1,000 cuts, so long as it gets there, it gets there. It doesn't really matter how long it takes. Heal. Almost there. Almost there. You know, heal, 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 heal. Let's not get greedy. And there we go. Hopefully we're done with that then. You got Nayru's love. The gem has the power of a goddess and can turn projectiles into hearts. Alright, which... I don't... Well, we'll see how it works. May or may not have ran out of ideas for upgrades. You know what? It's fair. Like, if I'm being honest from like post-game stuff, are upgrades really that necessary? Nah. It's more so the satisfaction of having cleared a post-game challenge. That's really the important thing in the end. Also, you can now do the super boss. Oh right, there's a super boss. Right. I need to find out. I'm guessing it's just another spot I forgot about, or do I talk to like Amy? Okay, yeah, that checks out. That checks out. Up off to Rolling Ridge I go. Need to remember the right way down. Should probably make sure I restock on seeds for Din, but well, I accept the inevitable. So, you found your way to this lost corner of reality. I would bid you welcome to the end of your existence. Dark Knight of Vanda. Is this, what's his name? Flex? It looks like not really hard, but very tanky. Okay, yeah, it's definitely, like, kind of fits. It's a, hidden super boss like that. So each crystal has a weakness. Alright, so what I'm hearing is I need to find the one that is weak to the sword. There's a sign outside that tells you what they are. Well, I probably should have looked at that before I gathered in. The green one sounds like it's taking damage from the ball and chain, so we are going to keep hitting it with the ball and chain until it dies. One of them. Okay, looks like he's weak to both. Okay, good. Now, hopefully, it's not weak to a magic attack. Yeah, like, makes sense. Oh, like, oh, now we have required switch hook laser. Yes. Back here. Heal up. Okay, good to know that Felix himself doesn't actually hurt me. I can stand on him. I've been kind of avoiding him, but... Alright, well, and now I assume it's not going to be the case. No. find out what I can hit him with. Well, we're just gonna use this for now to save a magic cost. Not, yeah, it's not a cost. It's just a fun bonus thing. So it is not. Oh, he changed weakness. I see the sword weakness, I have to go. I'm not using range to it again, that's not fun. Heal up just a little bit. This fight's gonna take a while. I see, that would make sense. Okay, when he keeps doing stuff like this, it's hard to hit its hitbox, regardless how small it is. Well, I see the sword does 10 damage, and I like using the sword, so like, obviously we're just gonna keep doing sword spam. I used it to defeat all the other bosses. I'm gonna use it now to defeat him. You can see what I mean about endurance challenge. Oh yeah, definitely. So like, it is a bonus boss. So like, I don't mind too much. Time to heal. I think what, like, the boss that was a bit worse than being really tanky was the one form of Vanda where his weaknesses change every time of day, and you just kept changing it so much, so you were just in the menu so often. That was a bit annoying. I definitely say, like, that fight wore more on me than this one did, so I don't mind this one being the way it is. Nice, fun bonus challenge. And I get to use this one, so can't be all that bad. Nice! Got inspired, has power goddess, and strengthens your abilities. Alright. Well, we're gonna use that, obviously. Shifting weaknesses are a recurring theme. You know, I do actually remember this side. Knock the AV. Alright. Guess you've earned this. Let me know how the rest of your adventure goes. You got a chaos measuring. The magic meter will fill faster over time for Din and Nayru. Now, am I missing one of the magic containers? Because, like, I look at that, and it doesn't feel like it extends all the way it could. You don't know. Okay, well, that's fair enough. I should probably turn that off before it... There is exactly 16. I see. I'm trying to, like, think if there's any that I forgot. If I did forget any, then it would probably be one in one of the many dungeons. But, like, I'd have to, like, look over the footage from previous streams. Just count how many times. Yeah, I see that one chest, but... Clearly, I have opened that one. Only the first 3 dungeons have extra chests. Alright, that's fair. Well, I think, like, wasn't it some of the later dungeons do have, like, non-mandatory blue chest. Well, okay, no, actually, who am I kidding? I already got all the blue chests because there was some that you need to get all the blue chests prior in order to actually unlock it. But still, I should go double check the first 3 dungeons. Yeah. What I'm saying is that it is technically possible that maybe I missed it on my first visit. But, well, all the magic containers are not blue chests, they're all gold chests. So there's something I do need to do over here, though. Oh, I've now gotten this legitimately. Okay. Yeah, that's something I should. I do vaguely remember one. I'm not sure if I got or not. So I'll go double check that. Also, that bug with the chest should be fixed now. Yeah, I think, like, I noticed last stream I couldn't get chests from the side anymore. So yeah, I do believe I've already noticed it being fixed. Oh no, it's over here. Yeah, no, I got that one. Yeah, that's something I will review the footage for later, and we can come back to this game if need be. Alright, well, I think now would be a good time to go back to the bonus dungeon. I know, technically speaking, I don't need to have both there because I've already unlocked it, but... Okay, so I need to remember what I've, like, actually done, which is not a lot. Did I get... I did get that part done. Okay. Need to refresh myself on what... These guys are weak to... So almost certainly going to finish this place before your normal end of the stream. Yeah, I did figure as much. Right, I need to, oh, I can't use, right, okay, it's like the favor from, yeah, I do expect to, which was why I do have the, thing you said pulled up for passage of time. I also need to, like, find those bonus bosses I just missed. Well, I say bonus bosses, but one of them is just, that guy's not affected. Need to figure this out before they just maul me to death. Oh, they're only affected. Okay, I need to. Yep, except for sword breaking everything. Yeah, I mean, like, I should have figured that out. Right, they deal a lot of damage. I need to, like, be a lot more careful. Make sure I have it fully figured out before I really commit. How enemy defense works in older versions of Zelda Classic. I see. Gosh, I'm like so unfamiliar with a lot of old Zelda Classics. Now I know how these guys work. Probably remember this path for future. Bosses here are very interesting to make. Ooh, I can. It's like, for everyone, like, I mean, was there any point to, like, actually doing this room yet? But no, I see what I need to do. I can imagine. Hey, don't press the wrong button, me. Oh. Well. All right, that changes things. So I need to be able to press that. No, wait, no, I think I know. Okay, yeah, no, I just need to do it from a different angle instead of the very obviously. Press the wrong button. Okay, don't mess it up. There we go. Alright, cool, but what does that actually do for me? I remember the C-shirt work on these guys earlier, but I push these blocks. No. Right, so this question of like, how do I actually do something over there? And ads, sorry about that. Just how I have to do things on. Okay, let me see. I mean, like, obviously there's some way to get on the other side of that. Is this like a puzzle you're supposed to come back later for? Or come back from a different room? I imagine not, but... Making all three characters relevant. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure that did anything for me there. You just forget what VR can do. Yeah, my first instinct was to use a cane. The block obviously isn't doing anything here for me. Wait, is this bro? Oh, that would be unfortunate. Oh no. Is it supposed to be on the block there? Or am I just doing the puzzle wrong? Yeah, I hit the switch with the lightning rod. Which moved the thing here. So unless there's like... You gotta hit it again. Okay, so I guess you just had to do it twice? Yeah, I don't know why I was... Anyways, I maybe accidentally soft lock myself by pushing the block in front of the exit, but you know what? We all make mistakes. Alright, let's see what to do here. Fix that soft line. Well, that's good. Okay, so I need to figure out what this is used for. Like, swap back to Nayru instead of swapping past it. So what I'm also seeing here, first and foremost, is something that's blocked. I need to remember what kind of thing was used to hit that switch. Excited. No, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. This puzzle is there. This dungeon is going to be a bit rough. I'm just remembering all the little bits. Well, I can get there from this side. I just don't know what that does for me. But I assume once I figure out what I need to actually use here, it'll be a lot simpler. Yes, that's stuck there. So like, what? Why am I having trouble remembering what kind of switch this is? Fire is the key. I mean that makes sense. Yeah, so it's not that kind of switch. Not that kind of switch. So it has to involve putting that out, but I need to figure out how to actually put that out. Wrong button as usual. I mean, sometimes I'm just a little silly, you know? I forget that summer fires can be put out by Oh, okay, well now it's figuring out what kind of projectile it is. might as well try all of the things with. Okay, or just run through the options. Okay, not that she really has a lot of options. You can just go over and hit the switch without the Gale Fruit. Huh, so you can. Now that I look at it real close. Still need to like figure out what actual thing you use for it, but okay, what would be any of these? Right, it's a seed shooter. Okay. Hey, at least I'm not being as dumb this time, and I'm actually figuring out how you're supposed to. Except, what am I doing here? Not sure how many of those were supposed to be diggable, but we got the one that's yeah. I noticed I dug up the key. I was just curious to see how many different kinds of tiles I could dig up. I did at least notice what I was supposed to notice there. Much as I'm having trouble noticing obvious things. Alright, so these guys. Good to see that they still work like they do in other Zelda classic games. Alright, now to figure out what these guys are. Fortunately, I remember what that was for. This. Maybe I'll just ignore these guys. Alright, another one of these. Very careful not to accidentally reset the puzzle when I meant to just swap which thing I'm using. There we we go. So that means there's gotta be a key in here, right? These were... Wait, actually... That door looks like it could use a little more, These weren't the ones you need to use a powder keg. Okay, it's using the bowl on, they just evaporate. Broken door is broken, yeah. And sometimes Zelda Classic just do be like that. Is there another key in this room? Because I hear the jingle, but I know that jingle hasn't necessarily been used in this game for that purpose. I need to take more note of failure dig spots from this point on. I just go through it twice. Alright, I can need to warp over. Let's have heal, and then Wonder Chill. And then we move on. Oh, Din stuff in general works against those guys. Alright. The one full course, and technically this place does have 4 areas, but only 2 8x8 areas. Makes sense. Keep it going. Run past these guys. I could spend the time switching. Okay, well. Making sure you use everyone here. Go. Good. We'll run past these guys. Alright. More of these. Not that that's really a problem, but still. I'm pressing the right button. Alright, this looks like a bomb shoot moment. At least I didn't forget that one. Before swapping back to Nayru. Only three screens designed the last den for this last place, and makes this place seem tame. Well, I hope that's in a good way, and that it's such a good dungeon with so much complex things. Oh, wouldn't it be final dungeon if it didn't have one of these? The average number of characters needed per screen is 2. Gosh, that would make a lot of sense given how many characters there are. Gosh, it must be insane putting that together. I can only imagine how much work is needed to make that go well. That end result will probably be just amazing with how much you're able to put into it. Go do this. Alright, what is... We got these rooms. Another beat 'em up room. Character has a different primary weapon, a secondary ability, and 2 abilities shared between all characters. I see. I'm gonna have to like really make sure you remember all the abilities and everything everyone can do. Obviously, you can't switch hook across there. Menu where you normally can switch characters to help find and remind you what they can do. That will be handy. And very much needed, I presume. Get across that. Oh wait, where the lights meet. Right. I can't forget that. There we go. We do this. Right, that should be enough to get through all the keys, all the doors over here. Here. Run past them. Run for your life. Fear the 3 oracles, fear the twins, but the 3rd shall only fall to the mightiest of lads. Why have you come here, oracles? Do you not realize that victory is not possible? We understand all too well. You created change to the past so that we gather. It's the time to prevent it. But instead, this allowed you to alter things in the first place. With the fragments of darkness twisted the minds of those who might stand in your way. Well, all that comes to an end now. We too have grown in power since our paths crossed. Like you, we can harness the power of the goddesses in its purest form. And with it, we shall tear apart this fragile reality and make a new one which will bring our dreams to fruition. Now, if we stop you first... Let's keep going until we get into Nayru. Okay, well, it's not cool when you bombos me. Alright. Wow, it takes a lot of damage. Swap back. Oh, I'm out of seeds. That is mighty unfortunate. Logan is required not to shift into a form weak to your current character. Yeah, I kind of did notice that. Unfortunately, it shifts a little too quickly. Oh, well, now you get that ability? Wrong button. All three attack the separate enemies, but this was easier to do. That makes sense. Okay, we like this attack. Stop changing on me. Fight is not over. By combining the power of the essence of time and the fragments of darkness, we can assume our true form and take control of our destiny. Night story. We'll see how much that helps. Interesting to see the final boss is finally fixed. I hope so too, but there's probably always going to be some level of jank. Let's get down to these guys. These guys are just cramping my puzzle solving. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so first, we want to go here. Play that. We want to grapple across. Okay, yeah, so I was using the Deku Leaf, but it wasn't doing anything when I touched the button. I'm just checking something real quick before I continue, because I think I may know why. Okay, yeah, so as I figured, the seed, or sorry, Deku Leaf uses Din seed, so since I didn't have any, it didn't do anything. That's why I went back to grab seeds. It's weird. Is it not supposed to use the seeds as ammunition? Well, but if you look, so like, let me go here. So if you look, when I use the Deku Leaf, it decreases Din's seed counter. So I'm not sure if that's like a bug or something, but that does seem to be how it is working in the code right now. Maybe it's just more so the classic shenanigans. That's good. Let's... Okay, almost died, but we're fine! Okay, no, I didn't want to swap off the big art. Place is practically Kaizo. Not sure if I'd go that far. It has a lot of enemy spam, but that's not exactly Kaizo. Oh, well, I guess that works against those guys. It's also got a bit too much intuitive stuff to really be Kaizo. Remember what I'm doing. Heal up, swap. Stay on Din. Thank you. Okay, got 19. Character switching in the final dungeon. But a new quest is instant. That's good. Oh, I need to heal again. It is pretty fast here, which makes it less annoying than, say, Temple of Time. But It is a little slow. It does take a little bit, especially when you need to swap to the other character. If you need to swap between like 8 characters, you definitely want fast. I need to actually go through this right. There we go. This good old bombos. There we go. Nice one. Nayru. Three keys. We got the one over there. Got the one over there. I think we're good to go. The bombos attack is fixed. Yeah, I think it has been. Well, okay, I'd say has been, but like the graphics working properly after or during last stream. Granted, I didn't use it much, so maybe you didn't see it. Nayru. Okay, wrong button. Let's get rid of the obvious. Never know what. Yeah, but you can do a lot of good stuff with it anyway, so never be discouraged. I probably should have grabbed another revival potion after I accidentally used mine up earlier in the dungeon. But you know what? It'll probably be fine. Let me heal up some actually right now. You have another chance to leave. Yeah, that does make sense. Oh, okay. Can't do stuff there. Hello? Like. Not being able to swap characters on these screens is a little annoying. I understand why you did it. It's because it's other warps, but it makes me want to deal with these guys even less. Alright, I need to get so much better at cycling through abilities, man. A 2D section? Back to normal-ish enemies. Okay, so I've... Right, no swapping. Oh, okay, it's swapped. Okay. I was still thinking of other Zelda classic games where it's a okay, gosh, this is really parts where you can reach what you cannot. Good to know. This feels so disorienting. button. Need to do all. Do that. Side view part has been going, you want more side view? I mean, that's fair. You can do plenty of good stuff in side view. It's so disorienting. Doing it with characters who haven't been doing side view. I'm gonna use Quake to jump up there. I know I don't need to, and it's a bit extra, but it's cool to do anyways. Okay, so I need to get over there. Get the boots. They're not gonna fly up there anytime soon. Got it. Where in the world did I enter from? Right. Okay. No, I'm just being silly again. Right. Go over here. Swap with Nayru. The right area with boots originally involved swimming, but it kept breaking. Ooh, yeah, I can imagine what. Well, I can't really imagine why. Other than Zelda Classic being Zelda Classic. Heal up a little. Okay, wrong button. Interesting that the boots affect all characters. I think that's all in this section. So we can go over here. Right, no swapping there. Okay, so we haven't been up here yet. Okay, another one of these. You got back down without swapping to iron boots? Yeah, I guess I did. I don't know how that happened. How did that happen? Oh, maybe I... Let me actually get this spot. It won't affect anything. I'm just curious. Maybe I just quaked my way over. I generally actually don't know how I did that. Crazy. Okay, well, it's time for more healing. Alright, so we're gonna need to come back for that key, which, fair enough. We have 7 keys, oh my god. Well, the number's going down now, but for time, sure. Okay, I'm going back. runs through all the enemies. Here. Key here and a key there. Just heal through it all. Especially everyone has different abilities on part 5. Yeah, that checks out. Please come over to a spot where I can hit you without having to swap to Nayru to do shenanigans with the Gale Fruit. This. Let me cycle items the correct direction. Let's just get rid of the easy ones first. Why did I do that? Obviously, well, okay, first, let's save. Don't want to accidentally lose all that progress. Alright, let's go get ourselves another revival potion, just in case. Never hurts to be prepared. Alright, let's see how I fare against the final boss. Well, let's save again, because why not? And do that. What is going on? I can sense a great and terrible evil. We are what you will become, oracles. It is your fate to give into the power you sense. When you do, nothing will be impossible. All you must do is surrender. Possibly motivate us to do that. The power you serve is sending 3 different lands and corrupted a 4th. What good could giving in to your demands do? Our master controls all of reality. You are merely insects by comparison. Anything you've done to oppose us, we have permitted because it suited our purposes. Everything has led you to this point. The future will be forged. If that's the case, then are we not in control of what course we take? Because like you, slave for a force of evil? For the weak, the powerless. For our decisions can determine how things will turn out, then it is up to us to make the right ones. We may have succumb to the darkness, but we never will. And if you win, we won't lose. The final seal preventing the return of our master will be broken at last. If it insists on standing in our way, then we have no choice but to destroy it. We have been asked to do the impossible, but if we fail, then everything is at risk. Your actions can't be tolerated. Our future is at stake. We have no choice but to act. So what will take place is set in stone. We can't accept that. If it's possible for us to become you, then we can also choose not to do that. We are the only ones who can determine our destiny. Tryro. Interesting. Right, so I need to figure out what attack I'm using. Already, I'm sustaining a lot of damage. it's a little annoying having to swap between on the fly. And she swaps so. It's like I didn't even have a chance to hit her there. I do have an idea of what I can do. Yeah, the sword spin point is more or less what I'm planning to take advantage of. Problem is, it's going to take a while to get her to use it. And we're going to be in for a very long fight if I have to keep baiting that out. I just wasted an opportunity there. I don't know why she got stuck like that for a bit, but you know what? We take what we can get. Never used the same attacks twice. Yeah, but she has a lot of attacks. Really feels like the best thing to do is to just bait out the sword attack. 24 different attacks. I mean, like, she's using a lot of different abilities. Because, you know, you do have, like, a lot of items in the game. So, like, that does check out if she uses all of them. Time getting to that attack. Very fast. Favorite boss he gave by far. I mean, it's very fitting. It's just that she does move pretty fast to work for the sword attack. So this would be very, very painful. I mean, it still is a bit painful, but like, she might move a little too fast. I'm just doing like an awful lot of dodging because I just can't do anything. darkness recognizes the weakness. Yeah, it's like if you had the. But first of all, the ability to heal it does a lot for this game. I will admit. Now maybe I'm like kind of cheesing stuff because of it. But that and like the ability that you do have it, you're not expected to just pray. You are expected to look for at least some specific weaknesses and see what you can do. Is good. We're getting there. Flaming arrow is really shining. Yeah, it really does. I am going through quite a bit of my magic stores, but I think we'll be fine. Use it. Fighting Din's version does provide some good opportunities for secondary damage. Sometimes. It's nice to get a little bit extra damage off of it like that. Wrong button. Well, we almost got it. At last, the fated hour has arrived. We would thank you for your help. Our master is finally Twitch desperately wants to run an ad. God, yeah, it always wants to run ads. I did try shortening the amount of ads that I run. I know that's like bad for revenue, but at this point, like I do want to have a lower amount of ads. Are they right? Is this the end? Don't talk like that. The goddesses who made our homes would not have guided us here if there was no hope. Look, the barrier between realities is coming apart. At first, there was nothing. Who's there? Show yourself. Then, in a blaze of light, a new being emerged. With her power, all that would be was given form. Her name was Hylia. You're the one who caused all this. We will stop you, just like your servants. You have no idea what I am, do you? When light shines, darkness also takes shape. Just as her... this is probably Ganon, or Ganondorf. That's the thought, or it could be Demise, I guess, by extension. This essentially gave you your home as form. Mine also was formed. By highly feared my power, and so concocted a plan to keep me in prison. Her scheme succeeded. For a time, I slept. But in time, across the many planes of reality, eventually, I was freed. By you. What? But you had already struck Hyrule, Holodrum, and Labrina before we arrived. How could we possibly be the ones who set you loose? Feel the answers in your grasp, child. The essence of time can be used to reach any point in history. Think about what that means. You will realize the truth. I think I understand. If you can be brought back once, it happens you can use them to travel through time and set in motion the events which caused all this. Precisely. Now I must leave you. My fate is to rule every part of the universe. Are you a debt for your actions, Oracles? So I will allow you to live, knowing that you have doomed everyone. We can't give up yet. If that creature can use this power, we should also be able to. Fiora's right. We just have to go far enough into the past to make sure that none of this ever takes place. It's not who I might expect. That's fair. Also adds, oof, I'm sorry. I do imagine that it could be like... the only reason I brought up Gandorf is that, like, Ganon has pretty much been not present at all throughout your games, other than, I think, Phantom Ganon in Balance of Nature. So that's why I kept thinking, I was thinking, like, oh, probably Ganon's involved somewhere. It's working. And now we get the true end. He's always real and does through his dirty. Please look at this little red light to have a nice day. This is a strange place. Where could we possibly be? You must be the oracles we've been expecting. Be friend or foe? Like you, we've been chosen to fight the great evil that has arisen in this land. How did you know they were coming? Perhaps I can best explain that. Princess Zelda, what are you doing here? After you left Hyrule, I found a record in our archives what took place in Labyrinth. How you fought against those who had struck my home and yours. About the need to gather those who would be called upon to bring an end to this struggle. With Harp of Ages, I was able to come here and begin the task of gathering others like you that were willing to take a stand against the darkness. Of those chosen, you are the last to arrive. What about the hero? Is he alright? With your aid, he can recover his full strength. So what do you need for us to do? Come with me and I will show you. But hurry, for our foe will not rest until he has shattered all of our dreams. To be concluded. Alright, so with that, presumably that means we're done. I'm gonna go outside and just... so... assume that means I have everything. Other than maybe like one or two things. You're gonna have... You originally was gonna have money but couldn't find good sprites. What do you mean by Monday? Or is that like a typo? Or maybe I'm forgetting something. Well, either way, I think for now, there's also super secret. Okay. Oh, midnight. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I was like, Monday? What? But no, the midnight makes sense. I'm gonna have to make sure when that game comes out that I actually work on having different voices for all the characters. Because I kind of just have not really done a good job of that. Well, I guess it's time to find the super secret post game area. Well, time to go to the only place I really know to look for these things. Alright, well, maybe there's not. Is this a place you can fight all the bosses again? That makes sense. Is it in, like, the, Hall of Mirrors? If there's, like, some other room... They're like, I'm not sure I actually really want to fight all those bonus bosses again, just because it does take a while, but... I can at least check an area out. Okay, no, that's just... Okay, so that just redoes the ending, which makes sense. Okay, oops. Running through the credits again. My bad. Well, it's not there. Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the place. I will check it out. I don't think I'm gonna fight them again, because... Like I said, it does take quite a bit of time. I'm going to the wrong spot. I just completely forgot where it was. I know where it is. But forgive my brain just forgetting stuff. Oops! I don't know how I did that. But fortunately we got it fixed. Yeah, I don't know how I ended up in main. Oh, that was weird. Okay, well, let's go over here. Din's entrance is near her level 6. Yeah, okay, that's new. Yep, that's happened a fair amount during this playthrough. Eden, Person, Zalphos, Moblin King. Oh, so this is like all the mini bosses. I might as well fight the mini bosses. Alright, take arrows, you won't get hit by this one. Genie, Moblin King. Forest Knight. Lock codes. Try aiming your lasers a little better, bud. Kinda not working out well for ya. Rip. Valkyrie. Right, the mini boss of the bonus dungeon. I forgot how many projectiles. I know I didn't use any of the did not be all set correctly for the Well, we still go through most of them real quick. Giant choo-choo. Well, we don't need to do these. Big Dogger, Flame Master. Okay, I didn't mean to actually step in that. Giant Dark Nut, Morpha, Mask Bow Wow. You can try these. Right, you need to use these. This is not going to be as fast as some of the others. Salesman. Yeah, very different story from when I first bought it. Mass Thief. Okay, dude just got annihilated. Masdora. Oh right, I don't have my we won't fight like the final bosses of each side thing because they're already late enough game that I don't think it would be that much different. Alright, let's beat the masked monkey. Gosh, this is so cathartic to just annihilate this guy after all the griefing game for the first time. That's Thailand. Another heal spot. Masked Gardener. Right. Oh, he's immune to this? Okay. Okay, he's immune to a lot of things, apparently. Okay, but he's not immune to the basics. Got it. Well, Flank, we are not fighting you again. Dark Knight and Vanda do not need to fight you again. Master Rito. Okay, we can fight you. Mostly because I didn't find annihilating them and the experience to challenging it. And yeah, that's fair. And I'm mainly just annihilating all the easy ones. That's cool. Alright, so that's Nayru's done. Alright, let's go do Din's, and then we'll go do some passage through time cleanup. So it's in near her level, Din's level 6. Check every corner around here. Oh, maybe this part's a little redundant, but this just leads back to the fracturing time. Yeah. So not quite that direction, but different. There's a hidden door and a lava fall. You know, that makes sense. So which one would be a good one to actually try to do? There we go. Zelda, no, my name is Lisa, and I'm waiting for Effie to overcome his fear of lava falls and find me. Well, I mean, can you really blame them for being afraid of lava falls? Dimitri. Yeah, you're gonna want bombs. Turn on Din's power to boost all my stuff. Like, you need a lot of bombs. I should use bombos, huh? But too late for that. Instantly exploded. Ricky. Instantly exploded. Gonna be a recurring pattern here, honestly. Ingo. Instantly exploded. The Evil King. I didn't even, like, really get to see you. Okay, I accidentally fought him again. That's alright. He could just explode again. But yeah, that makes sense. Figure this much. Moosh. Just instantly annihilated. Impa. Guys, with a boosted Quake, you can just annihilate everybody, really. Oh, okay, same thing. Not. Oh! Close enough. FE is one of the testers, and the character outside is from the Trails video game series. I see. I have not really seen much of the Trails, so I would not know. Years ago, FE was tricked into jumping into a lava fall after a fictional feather. That's pretty funny. May have doomed myself. Okay, yeah, that was a little bit of a waste of a thing, but you know what? It's fine. That's what I get for being really reckless. Let's turn off. I do remember this one being really good. But we're good. We're good. Turn that back on. Ralph. Explode without a chance to do anything. Saria. We should turn this off when I'm not in battle. Fior, Rico, Darunia, Evil Din, Evil Nayru, Dark Link, Sweet Ambi, Raru, Sheik, Crystal Revenac. Yeah, just use the alternate exit. Crystal Geldman. Crystal Boss Bubble. Makes sense he's not affected. Need to remind myself what he was affected. Probably Seed Shooter. There is. Yes, the Din power really just boosts your, doubles your damage output. I really should have made use of that. Crystal Giant Zora. Oh, you're immune? That's kind of cool. Well, Lightning Rod will solve it. Crystal Wallmaster. Deal 60 damage per hit? Dang. Crystal Flying Bomber. You're immune. Right. I do vaguely remember that. This one, Din's Fire is OP. Yup. Try that again. Okay, and then just like the side effect particles just annihilated him. Crystal Volvagia. Let's let my magic regenerate. Turn it on. Given how annoying it was to fight originally, this is definitely very satisfying. Now, granted, like, you still need to hit him with the projectiles like that. There we go. Crystal Thunderbird, we're not finding you. Majora's Essence. Right. Maybe I shouldn't have done this one, but it's fine. I've already fought this boss a bajillion times, so... All right. I think that is probably... Well, I'm going to go save first. That's probably a good place to stop with Destiny of the Oracles. Okay, need to not die. Get to a spot. Okay, well, you know, I just go through here and reach the starting point. And that works well enough. Okay. Alright, so definitely very, very enjoyable game. It was nice to have Dev here, Euclid. There's a lot of that I probably would not have seen, at least in a timely fashion, if it weren't for you being here. So I'm glad for you making me be aware of all these extra secrets and post-game stuff. You had a lot of neat stuff in there, and I really enjoyed it.